So this is why Chelsea and PSG spoke in the last weeks, but at the moment there is not a concrete negotiation for Neymar to Chelsea at this stage. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here, as always, to discuss about the transfer market on the day of the Champions League draw, quarterfinals and semi-finals, of course, also for a Europa League and Conference League. We enter into transfer market to answer some of your questions and to update on Leo Messi situation with Paris Saint-Germain, but also to touch on Neymar Jr. and Victor OSIMHEN. Let's jump into it together. And so guys, I wanted to start today mentioning the situation of Leo Messi, because every single day we have new messages, new questions, new updates on this story, and I want to clarify what I know, especially in the situation with PSG, because today in press conference, Christophe Galtier, the manager, said it's too early to know about Leo Messi's contract extension. We all want the same, Leo to continue here, but he mentioned that we know Leo is very happy at PSG and we all want the same thing. Messi at PSG also next season, but it's still too early. What's the point, guys? I saw many reports also in the last few days about money, maybe Kylian Mbappé salary as a target for Leo Messi. Messi wants to have the same salary of Mbappé. Guys, from what I understand, now the real point between Leo Messi and PSG is not about the money, also because PSG have already made a proposal to Leo Messi. Let's explain what happened. In December, there was a verbal agreement almost ready between Leo Messi and PSG. They decided to, of course, wait to meet and enter into the details of that agreement in 2023, not, of course, in December because of the World Cup, of the rest of Leo Messi after the fantastic World Cup. Then what happened? In the first meeting in February between PSG and Messi side with the father George, the situation is pretty clear. Jorge Messi met with PSG, but at the moment there is still no full agreement between the two parties. But it's not about the money, or not just about the money. Of course, money are always a factor in negotiations, but in this case, Leo Messi, from what I understand, already has a verbal proposal into his hands from PSG. So they've already offered him the possibility to stay, and the contract, salary, everything is on the table. Leo Messi took his time, and he's taking his time, and he's thinking about the proposal because of the project. So he wants to understand what kind of PSG will be next season. We're going to be the players, what's going to be the coach situation. So he wants to understand the full picture of PSG for the next season, and of course to discuss more details on the contract, for example the length of the contract and everything. This is why there will be new meetings. This is why, as always mentioned, Messi priority is to continue in European football, in super competitive football. At the moment the PSG proposal is there, but Leo Messi is waiting to understand on PSG project for the future before making a final decision. So this is the situation around Messi, and for final decision I mean contract signing, because it's about that for Leo Messi. He has to decide on this point with PSG. They are waiting, as also Galtier confirmed. Then guys, I wanted to touch also on Neymar Jr. We had reports about Chelsea, but guys, from what I understand at the moment, Chelsea are not speaking to PSG about Neymar Jr. They had contacts to clarify what happened with the Hakim Ziyech deal in the final hours of the January transfer window. It was a disappointing situation, so this is why Chelsea and PSG spoke in the last weeks, but at the moment there is not a concrete negotiation for Neymar to Chelsea at this stage. Of course, it's still March, but at this stage there is no negotiation. Also, Neymar is focused on coming back from his injury. He wants to also fight for PSG in the future. So at the moment the situation is quite around Neymar and also around Chelsea, because Chelsea priorities, as we mentioned also in the video yesterday, are center striker, midfielder, and then something else could happen also in other positions. I will keep an eye again on defenders. And guys, of course, important to mention on Victor OSIMHEN, because he's doing incredible also in the Champions League. He scored again Eintracht Frankfurt, fantastic player. Many of you asking me about his future, mentioning also Bayern and some other possibilities. Guys, for sure, many clubs appreciate this player, but Victor OSIMHEN's dream is to play in the Premier League. This is guaranteed. This is what is stated in public, but it's the same also in private. The player dreams of Premier League move one day, also because he already played in the Bundesliga, he already played in Ligue 1, he already played in Serie A. He wants to try one day an experience in Premier League. Let's see if it's going to be this summer or not. He mentioned we will find a good solution at the end of the season when he spoke spoke about that. What we can say is that for sure English clubs are tracking him, including, of course, Manchester United, Chelsea. All these clubs are always in attendance to follow the player, but at the moment it's not time to negotiate with Napoli. Napoli don't want to negotiate now. They are dreaming. They are going to win the Serie A. They had a very open Champions League draw, and this is why they want to focus only on this season. It's not time for negotiations, but OSIMHEN Dream is the Premier League, and we will see what happens in the future. And so guys, let me know your thoughts on Messi, OSIMHEN, Neymar, many things happening. I wait for your comments, guys. Here as always, remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell. As always guys, subscribe to the channel. See you soon with Fabrizio. Ciao!